So where do you find out this stuff?
Bruce.
Bruce. Bruce, do you have that magic wand still in your office or something?
Yes, it would point you to the tax record.
Their tax record, right. And there's also a system that you can look up notice of defaults, and it's called,
Website.
yeah, what's that website? Oh my gosh, we had it. What? It's not HUD. There is a website that you could look up this information, and obviously the title companies as well. But
That's
if I think of the website, which I can probably figure it out probably by the end of the day or 1 o'clock in the morning, I don't know. I'll send it out and I'll let you guys know. But it's something that you want to start looking at. You want to start getting those packages ready. Desiree, get up here. I hear you. Get up here. Okay. Okay, this is a trick question. Because we have career nights, but a lot of people are always wondering, when is it? When is it? Right? Because there's a lot of people
When
who
is it?
want,
What is it?
what is it? And okay, and when is it? Because a lot of people have a lot of friends who want to learn more about KW and the life of an agent. So does anybody know, because we're all about systems and models, right? So you know it's gonna be the same day every single month.
It was on the third.
That is on Tuesday night.
Okay, we said Thursday, Tuesday, no.
It's Wednesday.
Okay, but give me more than that. Give me more than that.
Every day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah. So nobody gets it. Anybody on Zoom land wants to help or say? I don't know. Who said it? No, she didn't. She just said the day. I want to know,
Wednesday evening.
okay, but give me more than that, because it's the same
6
day as WC. It's the same day, how do we say that? Every month, it's the same week and same day.
Third Wednesday.
Fourth.
Oh.
Third Wednesday. Who told you? Who said that? I know, but who?
Okay, because I brought people to it before.
Okay, I thought maybe Bruce whispered.
No, Bruce.
All right, you're right. It's the third Wednesday of the month at what time? 6:30? And it's where?
Right here.
Okay, trick question, sorry. We're gonna also have them fair ups, just so you know, in person. Okay, so Jake will be doing it over there, so you'll be able to do it in person and on Zoom. Okay, so that's, hey.
Oh.
Yeah, but you didn't think you.
Yeah.
So that is KW Culture at its finest. Awesome. All right, here we go. Ready? This is a good one. Let me watch that. I can do this.
Oh.
What is KW Cares, you guys?
Sherry.
I know all the shit. You all the answers.
It's
Okay, go ahead.
Like an emergency fund to help all the agents in total.
Yes. So you guys, I have to say, how honest can I be right now? On a scale of 1 to 10? Right. I would have to say, when we had the ALC meeting, I was a little sad to find out a lot of people were contributing to KW Cares. You guys, KW Cares is amazing.
We have a slide on it.
Okay, so we had an agent, I don't know, John, if you were there. We were at the ALC clinic and we were talking about KW Cares with the leadership. And 24 hours before that, we found out one of our agents' assistant had stage 4 cancer. And Desiree stayed back. I don't know if you remember all this. You stayed back when we did our first Thursday. And you guys were raising money on the first Thursday. She had to eat a whole cupcake for like $100, like.
I do remember.
Okay, and then we also passed around a hat through the leadership. We raised over $4,000 that afternoon for our agent's assistant. And KW Cares kicked in and helped out with Disneyland, but helped out with her funeral as well. Okay, so KW Cares can help you as the agent. KW Cares can help your family members, but it has to be like brother, sister, children, your mom, dad. Immediate. I'm very passionate about this. When we had COVID, it affected our office drastically. And we had 9 funerals we had to fund. Within 24 hours, we had $1,000 in each of their accounts. Because you guys, the agents there donated on every single transaction. Let it be $5, let it be $100. I encourage you to donate. Kathy, this is really crazy because I was looking for a video yesterday. Kathy Wheaton, the #1 agent in Lodi at the time, diagnosed stage 4. When she was diagnosed, she applied for a loan online for KW Cares. I'm trying not to look at anybody straight on because it really hits hard. They pay for everything, gas, to and from treatments, their utility bills, everything. You never know when it's gonna hit home, you guys. You never know. She was 58,
56, maybe even younger than that.
healthy. Oh my God. Her business card was a yoga pose. You know, because it was the funniest thing, but it worked because she was the #1 agent in Lodi, right? And she was at KW. Why is it going crazy? Oh, you're doing the video. Okay, I'm like, oh my gosh. Don't touch. So I just want you guys to, we're gonna talk about it more because a lot of people didn't even know what it was, clearly, right? So I want to make sure you understand that it can hit home at any time.
Did you, I'm gonna interrupt you
Yeah.
for a second. Do you know that we have big semi
Oh,
trucks
this
through
is
our
huge.
company, KW Care semis, that get sent out when there's a need?
Yeah.
Michelle and I were part of a big team, but maybe even people all over, when we had this big Sonoma fires. I mean, it was.
Coffee. Wasn't coffee? Coffee? Yeah. Coffee. What's that called? Coffee Park?
I don't know, but we were in
Yeah.
Sonoma and it was like amazing.
It was.
To see our trucks rolling in and the people of that community lining up. You know, not just our agents, but the community as
Not
well.
just our
Were
agents.
coming in and we were helping them. And that is part of KW Cares. And I think the biggest thing is our agents are one thing. The other thing is you don't know when you are going to need it
You don't.
until there is a need. So when we ask you to donate on your, we used to call them green sheets, but your
Demand.
demands, it's an automatic thing, whether it's $5, it's $10. It is also a write-off, you guys. So you will get the appropriate paperwork at the end of the year from KW, and they'll send it to you showing how much that you contributed through the year. That way you have it for your tax, your accountant or CPA or whatever you need at that time. You all.
So at that location, KWRI showed up and they had a fanny pack full of $1,000 gift cards. And this one family was in the car, would not get out of the car. And I'm like, Dad, there's a child in there, And so I went over there and I'm like, just trying to talk to the little girl. She's like 3 years old. So I went and got her and I gave her a doll and nothing to do with KW, nothing to do with KW. And we gave them $2,000 that day. And I mean, it was amazing.
But they can't do that without our contribution.
Right.
And this is now worldwide, right? It's
Yeah.
not just California or Arizona. It's a worldwide contribution that everyone comes together and funds this. That way, when there is a need, and also what we also need to say in complete transparency, we have a minimum. We are supposed to be meeting a minimum as a market center yearly,
Yes.
$5,000 minimum.
Yes.
That's, you guys, that's not a lot. For as many agents as we have in all the offices, to reach $5,000 minimum that we're contributing to KW Cares, when the minimum that I've seen is $1,000 that they give,
Mhm.
10, 20, 100 times over. I mean, it's really important.
I'm passionate about it because it's hit so many agents. And we've helped so many agents. It's just something I really encourage you to think about when you're doing a closing. And it can be automatic, you guys. It's just, you just tell Megan and it just happens. And or your TC. Okay, go ahead and play your video, sorry.
I have
Yes,
a question.
please.
Can you also donate out of your own personal
Yes.
funds, not just out of KW?
kwcares.com, there's a donation button right there. It will ask what market center you're in, 531, just so we all know. Also Maui is obviously still going through a lot. And, I don't know if this video is Maui, it is, okay. Grab your tissues if it's the same one that I saw. So, if you have a chance, when you go to family reunion, go to the inspirational brunch.
Brunch.
Yeah. No.
Amazing is all I can say. Yeah, you don't walk out of there without crying, that's for darn sure. But it's, because it's amazing what we do for families. What the concert that the platform fell on a lot of people. Do you remember that a couple years ago? Well, a lot of agents were there and their families. And someone's legs really didn't, like got paralyzed or something because of legs. I don't know exactly, but they paid for everything. Because he was out of commission. He couldn't sell a house anymore. He couldn't, do any of that. So, something to think about. Go ahead. Play your video.
In 2019, my oldest son was diagnosed with a brain tumor.
In early September 2020, Hurricane Sally devastated the Gulf States region.
My daughter suffered a stroke and she's 15 years old.
They did an MRI and they found a tumor in my brain. I'm not gonna ugly cry on the camera. And I saw the email come through from Rachel Ting from KW Care saying that that commitment was approved, and I was just like,
I was actually at home with the kids, surrounded by them. We got the news, so it was a really amazing experience.
When it's your time, all that you've heard and all that you pour into and all that you speak to and all that represents the culture of the company that you attach your own business to, when that literally shows up in your backyard as an 18-wheeler with supplies for 250 plus real estate professionals and their immediate family, it's another sense of overwhelm.
I mean, I always love Keller Williams, but this is just a whole, it's just a whole other level.
So this is, I mean, to make everybody sad, but we just want to, we can't express enough of how important this is. That's the bottom line. That's what we can say to you today. And also, we need to make it very transparent. This isn't the same as Red Day.
Yeah.
Very different. This is very different. So for the newer agents, it's not the same as Red Day. Red Day is different. Red Day is when we are, giving back, we're giving back to our local communities. It's something that happens once a year. We'll go into that a little bit later as well.
Keep in mind with KW Cares, there's an application that needs to be filled out when it's devastating, if you will, like a cancer patient or something. And we have to state how much, as TL, we have to state how much the agents have contributed and what else are we doing as a KW family. So like Kathy Wooten, we actually did a drive-by luncheon, a tri-tip barbecue drive-by luncheon. We also contribute gift cards at the front desk. So things like that is when everybody's coming together as a family. So just, we're throwing it out there, keep you guys in the know. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wait a minute. you get a gift card. You're welcome. Thank you for knowing. Awesome, awesome. All right, where are we at? All right, you ready? Come on down. Thanks, Andrea.
Good morning, everybody. Andrea is actually not here, so
Oh.
my name is Haley. So I will be, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for having us. We really appreciate all of you. CalPro is your one-stop shop for all property inspections, termite repairs, and pest control. We cover from all the way from the Sacramento area to the Bay Area, everywhere in between. We like to make your life easy, just one call. You can schedule all your inspections and then have your reports by the end of next day. So if you guys have any questions or anything, I'll be hanging out in the back. Other than that, we have beach hut over there, and thanks for having us.
Thank you so much. Right. You're all that and a bag of chips. All right. Who has something that they want to share and to thank somebody for doing?
Positive uplift here in the room.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get
Yeah.
going.
Yes.
All right. Can I do two? Taylor, because it's her birthday.
Strong because every conversation I have with him, I just leave feeling uplifted and I'm thankful.
Who else would like to do a bag of chips? You're all that and a bag of chips.
I'd like to give this bag of chips to Taylor.
Oh,
Thank you so much, Taylor, for your patience with me.
that's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Giving gratitude to your neighbor, you guys. Who else would like to?
I'm not big.
Yes.
There's a lot of you guys that is really helpful, that would be new, but, there's someone that I kind of stressed over a few weeks ago because, one of my long distance relatives was late. And he's always very there, always ready, very humble, considering his position. He's really good at everybody, so he's pretty easy on.
Oh. Love that. Sharing the love. Who else? We have a few more left. Who would like to share their love?
I might give this bag of chips to the one and only Bruce. Someone likes to talk to Bruce. He's always there when I need him.
That's awesome. Anybody on Zoom? We have a couple bags of chips that we can give to somebody if you would like to. Let us know. I don't want to ignore you guys. Anybody else? Yeah.
Back when I was a productivity coach, so. a long time
20 years ago.
Right. A long time ago. I had an agent come in and, she was my hardest coaching client for me. I wanted success so bad for her. And I poured a lot into her and it was always a very rock relationship. And, now she's become one of my great friends over the years and she's been highly successful. So thank you, Thelma, for always being there.
Aw.
Have one on Zoom land from Miss Nash. She would like to give a bag of chips to Tony Bertisi.
Aw.
We'll give him a bag of chips.
Awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. I love this.
Can I do one for online?
Yes.
I want to give this bag of chips to Angelina Gonzalez.
Yes.
New agent. Like I said yesterday, ink isn't even dry on her license yet. And this week in Lodi, she went to a YPN event by herself, not knowing anybody there. And I congratulate you for your determination.
Awesome. Anybody else? We have a couple left. All right, there we go. All right, where are we? You know what, I would love to be able to see if somebody could just say this really fast without, if I, can anybody do it, you think? Without reading it, if I move it this way. If I move it this way. Can somebody say it? If I moved it that way. Anybody? All right, I know. And now it's changing, it messes my whole thinking up. All right, success. Success results through people. What does that mean to you? Anybody? Success results through people. Yes.
My success only comes because of what people pour into me to make me.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. I like that. Thank you so much. Anybody else? John, how would you explain that?
So if you're an agent, how many people you rely on during your transaction
Yes.
or before your transaction to get your deal done? You're relying on their expertise, customer service, communication. And just think about that. And I know you all concerned about, you know, who you refer business to and your inspectors and all those things. And you want to make sure they're good people and competent. So just know that even if you're an individual agent, success is always through other people. And the more you realize that, the more success you're gonna have.
That's awesome.
And actually, it's the biggest joy. You can have success with other people. If you can give success to other people, that's the greatest joy you can give.
That's perfect. Thank you so much. God, family, and business. Success. All right. Welcome to the family. We had a busy month last month, growing our family, our KW family. Susanna, are you here? No. Okay. Efren, Tiffany. She was going to attempt to get on. Mandy, I just spoke with her. So that's exciting. Oh, no, I thought he was here, but he's not Mandy. Okay. All right, Jordan, Angela. I just saw her this morning over at Faro. She's taking an office over there. She was a former KW agent and now she's back. All right, look at that. Totally a shift in the market, don't you agree? Don't you guys feel it? Yeah, it's amazing. All right. Harm, holy Toledo, 6, that's a tie. Wow, John's group, Rich, that's great. Go ahead, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Eternity, 5, Michael and Taylor, 5, Desiree, 4, Afton, 3, Andy, David, Alicia, Debbie, 2,
Wow.
rock and roll, and Dennis, Janelle, Javon, Jennifer, Nada, Tuan, Pam, Michael, Dilruba, Jamie, Nada.
Yeah, I have 2. So yeah, you should have
Oh,
done.
two.
David, Andre, Talia, which is my daughter.
Yes, her first closing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Laura, Victoria, Josh, Edgar, Michael, Melanie, Melissa, Danielle, Amy, and Luke won. So
Awesome. All right, keep it going. Great, the listings are up. So anybody want to pitch listings? We were number 4 in listings, I think, in the region, if I'm not mistaken. So let's keep going.
Harm has one, and
Debbie, you have one right here?
yeah, we have a couple.
Debbie?
Okay.
Oh, there's, okay, I didn't see her.
We have a listing that went live last week on Fort Sutter. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. I don't know, 5-foot hill farms. It's 540. We got a buyer. I think that open house is email this weekend. We have 2 listings, 3 that went live today. There's a single family in Natomas, 95833 on Urbana, cute little place, 425 is what we got listed for. Open house is happening. I think some of the team here is hosting this coming weekend, showing 5 only. If you've got someone, please show it. We have Bass Court, 2609 Bass. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in the Rosemont area that just went live today. 475, updated kitchen, bathroom, really cute place, big yard in a cul-de-sac. Sherrington, a home in the Thomas Park. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, just listed. I think it's live right now, or it will be in about an hour. It does need paint, but it's listed $595, guys, in Thomas Park, 5 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms. And then we have one going live tomorrow in kind of like the Midtown area. It's a 2-bedroom, 1.5, and
I forget what day it is, but it's a home over there. The listing will be live tomorrow. 450 on that one. It's clean, move-in ready. So if you guys have any buyers that need any open houses, no, let us know. Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Debbie, you ready to go?
Yes.
I have a home in Arnold, which is in the foothills, coming up, it'll be live Friday afternoon. It's 3 bedroom, 3 bath. It's really clean, beautiful place on half an acre. It has been a very successful Airbnb and the price is $595. So if you haven't been, let me know or come by and take a visit to them.
You could go with us to, the event this weekend. All right, yeah, there's one over here. Yep. Yeah, it's here.
So I've got two of them. Got one that is 9063 Geyser Peak Way. We're actually been holding a couple of open houses there. It's a 4-bedroom, 2 bath, 525,000. And I have one that is on Cindy, which is just listed, and it is a 2-1, 5940 Cindy Street, 95824. It's going for $339. So that one will be ready for open houses next week. Thank you very much, Peter, for taking Saturday. I still need someone for Sunday. So if anybody needs an open house, this is a vacant property, very nice, clean. And that's the one, I'm sorry, that's the one that's on Geezer over in the south area. So.
I know we have a couple productivity coaches in here to make sure we
Okay.
let the.
Last but not least, I just want to announce, we are doing a expo, assistant expo on March 23rd at the Florence Square. This will be an event that you can bring your clients. We'll have lenders there, we'll have credit repair, we'll have a lot of folks there that are dealing with real estate itself. So it's a good place to show your clients and of course, hopefully, you know, get some
Thank you
expertise.
so much,
Thank
I
you very much.
appreciate it. Now I have, go ahead.
Yeah, I have 4 flats in Red Bluff, 80 Minor Avenue, it's 2 bedroom, 1 bath each. And this is for $499 and investors.
Wow, nice. Definitely, Taylor.
Zoomland, Myra Mendoza Florence says she would love to help with open houses.
Okay. Should you rattle off your telephone number or email? They can email you, please.
Put it in the, or
Or
put it in the
put it in the
chat.
chat.
Put it in the chat,
Yeah.
just in case
Yeah.
the chat doesn't work. It's Stephen T. Webb, 916-628-3142.
I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, go ahead, Desiree.
I have one that came on the market yesterday. It's in Stockton. It's in Spanos West. It's a 4, possible 5 bedroom with a loft, 3-car garage, RV, huge lot, like a 1/4 acre lot. We're in at 629. I have one that's coming up in Tracy next week. Cute little house. I think it's gonna go real quick. We're gonna be listed at 510, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. And that will be up for open house the following weekend. So I'll be looking for people to host that open as well. It's a hot market, you guys. And
So that's in
open
Tracy.
houses
so
are where
we
it's
have-
at. So I'm taking one of the days, so we'll see who's in it. The other.
That's awesome.
1/4 acre.
Anybody else?
I've got one coming on the market on Thursday in Lodi. It's actually one home. It's a smaller, it's a trust sale. It's gonna be listed for $379. It's 2 bedroom, 1 bath. But the advantage of this is there are permits that are already pulled for an ADU in the back. It was a detached garage. It's all been framed in already. It's got the bathrooms there, hot water heaters there, all that kind of stuff. All the main things are there, especially for an investor, tile floors. You know, it does need to be painted. It's a trust sale, right? So just a little bit of that, but the kitchen was updated, $379 for that.
Where is that at?
Lodi,
No, where?
312 Maple. It's in
Wow,
the Heritage area.
yeah. Very nice. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Upcoming events. All right, you guys, there's a lot going on, and obviously you can find out in our Facebook group and on our email that goes out Friday now. And so make sure you are looking at it, and you look at the hub that you can actually download on your phone. So there's 3 different ways you can find out about our classes. Let's make sure it happens. And come on up.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Jen Finley with Good Life Inspections. I'm here to promote our class on Monday. I know it's day after St. Patrick's Day, so I know all the party animals will hopefully we'll make it in. I'll bring some good food for you all, but it is on pre-listing inspections. How many like pre-listing inspections? Yes, it's not very big. Okay, we're gonna talk about the benefits of pre-listing inspections, and then also why multiple reports show different amounts. Like, why is the sellers doing the inspections have like a $5,000 report, and then the buyers come in and it's like $40,000? Why is that a different thing? They should be finding the same things at the house, right? So we're gonna go over why that happens and kind of work you through that, how to navigate it with your clients. But Monday, 11 o'clock today, register. They have to. Okay, so everyone register, please, so I know how much food to bring. I'll bring some good stuff, I promise.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys, you wanted command, you wanted to learn more about command, it's happening. So you need to show up to learn it. So make sure you see Vent on Mondays at 1 o'clock. All right. We're keeping it, you guys already know a lot about this because it's everywhere, and we've got time caps right now, so I just want to make sure you guys see this. Culture Committee after this meeting here at 1:30. And excuse me, no, career development's at 12:30 first, and then culture's at 1:30. Okay, we're going. Red Day, go. We go. We only have like 25 more minutes, go.
Okay. So Red Day is coming up. You know, we put it out there, we put the applications out there. We really need an organization to help. We're struggling finding an organization to help.
I submitted, Agape Villages, so didn't hear anything back.
I'll check with them. They're gonna be meeting today,
Okay.
so I'll see if they have that in the email. You submitted it to the email?
Yeah.
Okay, then, perfect. Deb?
Francine.
Okay.
Most of the people that are responding just want donations, and we give our time, so
Yeah.
that's what we do.
Physical
That's the difference.
Physical
work.
time.
We have to show up and work. That's part of Red Day. That's what it's always been more of, instead of just handing over a check, right? We need to show up and give our support to our community.
Awesome. Let's get that going, you guys. We only have a few more months. All right, coming soon. Megan, where'd she go? There she is. Megan's giving a class.
Yes.
People wanted her. People wanted to see her out of that office, and here she's going.
I'm gonna pass out. So I have a lot of people come and ask questions about their commission demands and the breakdowns on the commission demands. So I'm going to hold a class, my first time ever, to go over commission demands. Still finalizing details and the dates. I'm looking at probably doing it the second week of April. So we'll make sure we get advertisements out for that, but I would love to see you guys there.
Yes, it's all about your money, honey. Come on. All right, thank you. But every Monday at 12 o'clock. If you're hitting your numbers, you don't need to be there. But if you're not, you need to be there.
And if
need
you
to
know
be at
someone
club.
who isn't, that, you know, you talk to in the office, or that, you know, you might think that they should be in Pack Club and show up to club, encourage them to go.
High accountability. Thank you, John. Go ahead.
I took over club. If you want to find success in 2024 and meet your goals, please be a part of it. I will browbeat you into meeting your goals.
That's Jeremy. All right, so typically, thank you, John, I appreciate that. Typically, when we do the panel, everybody's up here, but there was so many people. It's so exciting that we had close to 40 people, right? 30, yeah, so that's amazing. I wish we could have all been there. Who would like to share a takeaway from family reunion? Who would like to share a takeaway from family reunion that they implemented in their business already?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, agree.
I met a young woman in line just for coffee. This is sort of a takeaway, but she told me that KW Cares paid for her gallbladder surgery. She's a branding agent. Wow. And I was like, oh, that's great. I decided I was going to donate every.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, takeaway. Anything, go ahead,
Well,
please.
Tony Robbins was very inspirational. Matter of fact, he made a comment, he is not a motivator, he's an inspirator.
Yeah.
And the difference is that he doesn't just motivate you, He inspires.
He inspires.
And he came to our family reunion in a sling and everything else.
Yes.
And I think he enjoyed it as much as we did, because I think he went overtime, big
Yeah,
time.
he went like an hour over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like 4 hours.
Yeah, it was a long time, but he was steadily up there. And but
Nothing was
very-
gonna hold him back. So that's a big, it's a
yeah,
nothing
that's
held
what's
him
holding
back.
back.
He was in so much pain
That's
and he
right,
was afraid to take medication because he
Yeah.
didn't know how loopy he was gonna be.
that's right.
And he brought
Yeah,
it.
we
He
were
definitely
his
brought it.
medicine at that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for sharing. Who else? Please.
Michelle, sure. You know, it's just, it was really a blessing to be there because, you know, you're there for business, right? That's the
Right.
main thing.
Right.
But at the same time, you know, KW really pushes the culture.
Yes.
And it was such a blessing to spend time with the agents that went,
Mhm.
because it was really like, we were literally family,
Yeah.
you know, and.
We're all saving chairs.
Yeah, yeah, and,
Standing on chairs.
whether it was actually through training or afterwards, we're getting
Yeah.
together, the conversations that we were able to have were just so encouraging and so uplifting. And then, of course, the inspirational speech from Mo, you know, I think, you know, I've been part of Keller Williams, well, I'll just say 20 years, there was a gap, but to see him.
People always come,
Yeah, I know.
people always come home.
We'll
just
go
so
to
you know.
But just, you know, Mo's fragile, right?
Yes,
You
she
see
is.
her.
Yeah, I know, right? Desiree and I were talking
But it
about
was so cool. She recognizes how important it was for her to be,
Right,
Yes.
right.
because
Yeah.
she's been a huge part of the culture.
Mhm.
And, you know, I just, when I kept seeing her, I kept realizing how fragile she was and how she is. But the fact that she would show up.
Yep.
And perform and deliver the way that she did and the way that she has, was just so encouraging. And it's like, this is what we're part of.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is what we're part of. And then
Yes.
partnered with that, us going,
Yeah.
and again, the conversation we were able to have, you know, it was just nothing shy of a blessing. So just walked away super duper encouraged, through business, through personal, through family, which is awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
That was a lot of passion there.
Yeah.
I would have to say the same thing. Our dinner that we had, how everybody just fit in. We all just fit in, like we were there, you know, 2 weeks ago having dinner together.
Yeah.
And it was just so nice and comfortable. So yeah, I really like that. It was nice. Who else? You guys, there were plenty of us. Go ahead, please.
So I'm not even.
I know.
And honestly, like, you never regret being around people who uplift you and working on the business and working to grow yourself. So I'm gonna say for people who haven't taken the time to do that in a while, it's a great refresher. I actually walked away with so many great takeaways to refresh myself, refresh my business, refocus on things.
Right.
And again, the conversation I had with people, to kind of dive a little bit deeper and digest things. I'm implementing a lot of those things just personally, and like, hey, Alex, balance your life a little bit better, don't be a workaholic.
That's right.
You're allowed to focus on those things. So honestly, it's a great thing to do. If you take time, get it on your list for next year.
100%.
And it's back at Las Vegas.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It is.
So it's really easy to get to.
Yeah.
It's-
That's when I've ever been.
It was, that's when I.
Really good.
Yeah, because of the COVID.
So they did a 5-year contract because they rotated, East Coast, West Coast, but they signed it and that was the first year of COVID. So it got canceled, so they had to make it up, but they didn't get to make it up till this year, but their 5th year of that contract was supposed to be next year. So they had to move that back. So this was double benefit, West Coast people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to Las Vegas twice, and trust me, there's still plenty to do, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Megan.
fun fact, anybody that doesn't know, our office has something called
Oh,
the
I love
Education or Growth Fund.
Say that again. What's it called?
Education or Growth Fund.
What?
You'll hear it referred to either one. What you can do is you can ask me to withhold a certain amount of money out of your commission. We save that into an account. You can use those funds for things like family reunion tickets. We hold it, you come to me and say, can you please buy my family reunion ticket? And I buy it, and there you go. Tickets already paid for.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Since a lot of people are standing up, Brian, go. What's your biggest loss? I'm going around. Be ready.
One of the biggest things, that was actually my first family reunion that I got an opportunity to be part of. And the biggest
Oh,
takeaway.
talk a little louder because they can't hear.
Yeah, so one of the biggest takeaway for me was just being around just high level producers who have created systems, models and processes that we get to just follow because they've done it for us already. And my biggest thing is that my goals are too small.
Wow.
And
Wow. Mic drop. Can I have a t-shirt paid? Wow.
that my goals are too small and that I need to aim higher. And I'm going through the MREA again. Literally the first chapter, Gary's talking about that we need to aim high.
Yeah.
You know, so
Think big.
that was a big, my big takeaway from this family reunion. I'm excited to go back next year.
Well, I'm excited to see you on stage one time, okay? You better get up there. That's all I got to say. That's awesome. All right. Who's next over here? I'm gonna go around. Lauren.
Common theme between both now.
Oh, yeah, you guys come over here. I'm sorry, because Zoom land can't hear you.
A common theme that I got from both Mel and Tony, I guess I'm putting it in action, is motion creates emotion. So when you're having a down day or you're not looking forward to a conversation you're having, or you just need to get momentum, move.
Yes.
Mel explains it with the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I won't take up airtime explaining that right now, but she talks about that. And then Tony, obviously, he's got the attitude of like, oh my God, like, right? I do that on my listing appointments now.
Yeah.
So, you know, movement, I think, just remember, get yourself out of, you know, one position to the next when you need to do something.
Energy creates energy, 100%. All right, who's next? Come on down.
Leslie?
Leslie, you have to, well, she did get an extra little bonus while she was
Oh,
there.
She's partying too much.
Too much gambling. She was too happy when Tony Robbins was here.
Yeah.
I think part of my big aha was Mel Robbins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is that simple.
Yes.
I've already brought it back and implemented it in our group coaching, which I challenged them last week to utilize that. We'll see how well they do on Thursday. If you haven't looked her up, there's like a 16-minute video and it was life-changing. This happened Monday and I was like, I'm not going to the doctor. I'm not going to ER. I'm hobbling through until Friday and it was well worth it. It's re-energizing and the bonds we made in Vegas, unforgettable. So join us next year. Yeah. Let's do 50 or 60 people.
Yeah, we should do that a little Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save now, just take money out of your commission checks and you won't even miss it.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing.
Hobble back.
Yeah, not a problem. Anybody back there that I missed? I don't think so. Susie Q.
I'm repeating Mel Robbins, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move. That was a big thing for me.
Yes. I used it the following day. I did not want to do the CrossFit Open. I did not want to do it, but I just did the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and I did it. You know, still I'm doing the 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, I agree that that was amazing. I suggest you getting the book as well. I got the book. It was, yeah, I'm starting it.
Zoomland, Lindsay Moran Mundragon echoes farm sediment. She said she attests to that method. She's putting it into action and it's really working.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. Debbie?
Well, one of my highlights, and I went down early to get a little bit more exposure to it, is there is a division that's been developed for the last few years.
Talk a little louder.
Called Real Estate Planners. And it's all about teaching people about their estates and building wealth and how to protect your family from what happens after they pass away. So I went to a session on Saturday for half a day, and the community that's really working in this arena are the warmest, kindest people, and you just want to be with them and share the things that they're doing out there. They're changing lives. And I'm definitely diving into this place. And I'm so happy that KW is honoring Dan to take this further.
That's beautiful. I believe we actually had down on Zoom not too long ago.
We have a question on Zoom land. Does anyone have a takeaway from the Tony Robbins speech they'd like to know?
Energy creates energy. Definitely, right, Parm? That's what she was saying when she was gonna go take the listing. Every time she gets out of the car, she's gonna do a dance before she goes and gets the
Actually,
listing.
one of the most,
Yes.
The light you focus on.
yes.
Yes, say that one more time so everybody can hear it. Say it one more time over here, so Zoom mic can hear it.
We don't experience life, we experience the life we focus on. Right, so just get your mental state, everything begins with your mindset, right?
Yes.
So showing up is one action,
Yes.
and then getting your mind right is action number 2.
Awesome. Thank you so much. John? You weren't ready, sorry.
I went to, actually, I'm gonna bust that little term, if you don't mind. I went to CEO Summit, which is a session that happens on Saturday or Sunday afternoon before family reunion. You can pay extra, but it's kind of a Gary Keller curated experience for leadership, and it was pretty awesome. One of the guys there, the first speaker actually, his name's Rory Baden.
Oh, amazing,
He
amazing.
is a marketing guru, and he basically has a company that does personal branding. He doesn't do corporate branding, but personal branding, meaning Ed Milet is one of his people that he brought up through social media. So you can see how he takes people and it's a personal brand. And obviously, there's a lot of his agents that would, some are older, like myself, are like, I have to do what? To get what? To do, what do I have to post? And some of you younger ones are like, yes, all day long, here's the app, put it to this. Anyway. True, right? But we all know that it's a good way to handle relationships there, and it's actually becoming ever more increasing a presence to generate leads, and it's a good way to bypass Zillow and all those other people that you have to pay to get to when you can just do your own advertising and our own stuff. But basically,
On social media. is what you're
on
saying.
social media.
So on that note, like, before you do that, Tuan, congratulations to him, by the way. He got a listing because of something on Facebook. 5.1?
$5.1 million
Wow. Yeah.
listing
Yeah,
off of a Facebook post, and someone
Yeah.
commented and DM'd him.
yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh, my God.
Social media,
Social
social media. And then don't forget Sherry's doing her presentation. Sherry's doing the presentation when you're done.
Okay, sorry, I'll be quick.
Okay. Taking everybody's time.
But Roy basically said there's a thing that all agents, what people get wrong with personal branding, and everyone's trying to break through it. Everyone's feeling you're posting videos and only getting 3 likes and 20 views. You're like, what the heck? Why is this person getting 4,000 and I'm getting 4?
26,000 right here.
And he said this, and basically there's a concept, and think of this as like a brick wall, okay? And everyone is posting. How many realtors are posting videos? A lot, right? So you got all these people coming with this and this and this, and they're saying, real estate, use me, right? Oh, wow, I sell, I do awesome, right? The problem is it creates a wall of kind of chaotic noise. All these people are putting there, and the algorithms that do this, they're like, someone searches real estate Sacramento, it doesn't really know how to do it, so it has all this noise and it doesn't know who to put, so it just kind of ignores you because you're not doing enough. And what happens is agents go all over on their message. And they're like, oh, I have a new listing. And then they're over here, here's how to eat a cheesecake. And then, I had this great experience over here. Does that make sense? And what their problem is they're putting a bunch of different messages out. And it's really confusing to the algorithm because they said, I don't know what you're about. So why, when someone searches for that, why would I give it to you? Because you're not an expert on that. You just did one post on it. Does it make sense? I'm gonna go to someone that's done a lot of that I can verify they're an expert. So think of it like a brick wall. Every time you do a post and it's something off theme, you're just hitting you've got a brick wall in front of you, success is on the other side of social media. You're just trying to hit through that. You got a sledgehammer, you're trying to hit through that. The problem is every time you do a post off theme, you're hitting the wall in a different place. And what happens with the brick? You're trying to hit it here, and then I'm gonna go 2 feet over here and hit it there, and I'm gonna go 2 feet over there. You're never gonna break through the wall.
John, quick question. But I've heard through family reunion, or some, you know, and other, anyway, you know, classes. And so when you say then you have to put the age, like 80% is personal, 20% is place off.
It's fine, yeah, but consistency.
Right, but then.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just talking kind of business posts and consistency, so business posts. So, you're getting noise, and it's like the people that break through it, just like a brick wall, is you take the sledgehammer and you hit it in one place, and you hit it in one place, and you keep hitting it in the same place, and eventually you'll get a crack, and then you'll get a hole, and then you get a bigger hole, and eventually it'll crumble right there, and you'll get through to the other side. The problem is you need to be super disciplined about what you say and who you are and what you're about. And if you're not super disciplined about that, you'll never break through. You need to be laser focused on that. What does that mean? And he actually goes to his clients and say, literally, I want so much focus. I want you to be known for one word. Not just like I'm success, you know, real estate Sacramento, that's too many words. Like I need one word that you're going to be known for. And I want that kind of focus. And literally he said, Tony Rock, I mean, Ed Mylett said, I want to be known for growth. And if you think about, if you watch Ed Mylett or follow him, like everything he posts is about growth. There's no if, ands, or buts, you know that's what he's posting. Make sense? And so he has high success. So you need to figure out your one word.
I love it.
And it could be, and just one word locally. It doesn't have to be like nationwide, but one word locally. I want to know, like I was talking to another agent the other day, and she's like, I love the Lodi lifestyle. I love the wineries. I love the wine tasting. I love the feel and look at it. I'm like, great. Then you need to be known for lifestyle Lodi. That's it. Everything you post is lifestyle Lodi. Make sense?
We end it with lifestyle. Yeah.
End it with lifestyle Lodi. And their team literally does a 5 to 7 minute video. Every person, 5 to 7 minute video once a week. They break that up into multiple videos, short videos. They put this on YouTube as a long form video. And they do multiple short form. And they post those, and they're just segments of this one, which there's plenty of AI apps, or you can get a service to do that. That breaks it up, and that's what they post throughout the week. So that way your message stays consistent. And this 5 to 7 minute video is always on your word. But you can have wide words, like if you said, like I was talking to someone, if my word was leadership, you can take that topic and go very wide everywhere with it. Does it make sense? And so, but it has to start and end with leadership, like leadership. And so when you're thinking about that, that's what I want you to understand. It's not that difficult, but you need to stay on theme all the time.
Perfect.
And it's so personal. It's personal to you. So it's not just real estate and I do sales. It's who you are, because people follow who you are and what you do, and they like you. So it's what you bring to real estate, what you bring to your career. How do you generate leads? Why are you doing this? What brings you joy about this, right? That's the thing you want to be. That's what people will respond to, right? It's not sell, open house. It's how you show up as a person, as an agent, and what you're about is how. And so that was my biggest aha by far, because I was like, oh, this is why. This is why. And then you all wonder, because you may get one that's like, this is 26,000, and the next one's 26, right? You're like, why? It's because you got to stay on message. Stay on message. And the funny part is actually there's multiple walls, but you just need to get through the first one, right? So, and then when you get through that wall, that's when you start getting leads and referrals and leads coming to you. So.
Thank you so much, John.
Who was that, John?
Rory.
His name is Rory, Rory, and
Okay, you guys, I know we're going over time, but it's only gonna be 10 more minutes, and this is important. This is Sherry from another office. Of our office.
Howdy,
Yes.
y'all.
Hey, Sherry.
So I'm gonna go off the slides here. So I'm a CAR director with the Lodi Association of Realtors, and what that is I get to go to the business meetings with the California Association of Realtors. They meet 3 times a year.
Right.
And I'm not gonna go over the 4 days of business meetings with you guys, right? I'm hitting the highlights, and what my goal is to give you things, and I've even highlighted them in here as a fun fact, right? Because like Bjorn just naturally did it the other day on the club. He said, California Association of Realtors says next year they anticipate 6% appreciation. You guys all know how you can use that in a conversation at least once this week, right? My goal is to hope to give you guys at least 5 of those, okay? Because the more of those you get, right, the more engaged you can be, the more you can wrap it around whatever it is you're doing. So, I actually sit on this investment housing committee. I love it because I'm also a property manager. And a lot of agents, I get, what do I need property management for? Why do you focus on this? And it's like, well, do you have clients that are investors? Do you want clients that are investors? And do you think that the investment housing affects single family residents? It does. Okay, so one of the big things, we had this guy come and talk to us, the biggest prediction that they had is that interest rates should stay the same. And I'm hearing that a lot, right? So that's a good talking point. The other one is that they expect that 5.5% to be the norm. So if you're talking to a client and they're looking at 7, or they're thinking like what their Aunt Betty told them is 3%, right? They're looking at, okay, what's normal, okay? A lot of other things here that's gonna affect us as far as the builders slowing down 70%. They have no starts for the next few months. Good thing if you're into investment and if you ever have any investors, let them know these last 3, that 90% of realtors are tending to pay online. So if you have a property manager that's not needing that, you might want to have a conversation with them. Okay? Could be your home, it could be the tenant. Maybe it's time to evict somebody if you can. Okay. The other one is that 33% of owners have had a 5 to 10% increase in their costs. How do you think that's going to affect us? It is, right? Okay, next slide. Okay, the other one, this is a lot of blah, 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 and a lot of words, right? Okay, so one is big one. Your security deposits just got changed. Okay, now we're being mandated with this, right? Statutory law now. It can only be 1 month rent. Now, there are some exceptions. I'm not going to go into it with you, right? But just so you know, 1 month rent, that's what it's going to be. Okay, the big one, and I have to say in my business, when I get any owner that says, hey, they have a single family residence, they're going to put their tenant out, and they've been managing it themselves. Not one of them have I met so far did the mandatory delivery to the tenant to say whether they were a part of the Tenant Protection Act, the AB 1482, or not. That means any notice you give after that doesn't mean anything until they give them whether they are a part of the Tenant Protection Act or not. If it's a single family dwelling that's owned by a natural person, they are not under the rent caps. No fault evictions, right? You can actually hand them a notice. If it's a duplex where somebody lives in it and then they rent the other side, right? There's all kinds of stuff in it. If you guys have any questions about that, I'm sure John can help you, or I'm happy to help too. But one of the big ones here is going back and forth. When they did the Tenant Protection Act, the court shut down, right? So they did this brand new legislation where you have these huge rent control, no evictions, right? No fault evictions. Well, what does it mean? Right? So what attorney got to argue that to define the gray areas in it? And there's a lot of gray. Court shut down. We haven't had it. Now we finally are coming out of COVID. We've had a few lawsuits. Now they're defining it a little bit more. And one of the big things is if you do have a home that's a duplex, triplex, an apartment, and you ask somebody, you try to evict them, there's 4 categories that you can under the no fault, right? Now, I'm not just talking about non-payment of rent. I'm talking maybe you want to move in. Now they've classified, you have to name who moves in. There are certain family members, who that is. So a lot of definitions here. One of the big ones is if you made a mistake, that's the fun fact. You definitely want help. Because now the tenant can sue you for punitive damages, not just that they'll get back into the home. Now they can sue the owner for punitive damages, right? So you think California is going to have fun with that? I do too. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is from the Member Legal Services Forum. Okay, this is a great one. I actually said this to all of our meetings last week, and I apologize. I said 65,000. 45,000 ADUs have been built last year. Right? So you think it's a big deal? You think we're gonna have to start knowing about it? Right? So why is it important? Why is that, do you think? Right? Like, I think there's a lot of things. We have a housing shortage, right? So when people are talking about the bubble, this is a good thing to start bringing up. There's not a bubble that's gonna pop. We have a housing shortage still, right? Not enough homes on it. It's so bad,
Right.
right? They're putting little garden plots in the back of every home that you can, and it's gonna be that way. The other thing, this next one is the employee training, don't go back, for independent, not that one. This one, title companies, this is the big one. The government stepped in and said that they're tired of all these drug lords laundering their money through real estate. So now they are identifying, if you're in a corporation and you sell a home, they have to identify the actual people who are part of that. Okay, so you may see more details if you're doing cash offers, right? You may have that, so explain to your client ahead of time, right? So they don't look, right, so, okay, next one. So this has to go with the housing shortage. Here's a good number, fun fact. How many homes are we short?
5.5.
5.5 million.
Wow.
Million, right? So that's a good one. The other ones, this is what the federal government now is talking about. How do we relieve that? How do we, if builders aren't wanting to build again, right? If they're gonna stop that, we're getting that tight restriction everywhere. So they're looking at, thank God, raising the capital gains, right? Double the amount that they would get. And then increasing it according to the economy. Great news, right? Okay, next one. Transaction and regulatory, they're looking at raising the county recorder fees to 25%, and that's just in response to there's been so few sales, right? They're having to do it. Next one. This is a big one. I talk about this a lot. If you don't know what Costa-Hawkins is, it was this big rule. You'll hear a lot of people in investment housing, they'll Costa-Hawkins, okay? What that said was that no city can make a rule that would supersede like single family residences when it comes to rent control. You can do it with apartments, you can do it with duplexes, but you can't touch single family. Well, guess what they're trying to do? Right? And let me tell you, there has been what we call zombie bills over the past 4 years. There's a guy, his last name is Weinstein, who takes the funds from the AIDS Foundation and uses it to support his political ideas, which is rent control. And he has put on the ballot, we've seen it, it's been defeated 3 times. It keeps resurrecting itself to where now CAR is responding with new bills saying, if you are getting funded with healthcare, you should support and put money into healthcare issues. Don't raise money for AIDS and then go over here and put your political agenda that you want rent control for single family homes, right? So they're looking to actually make it so that that's kind of across the board with any nonprofit, anything. So the last thing is, this is the great thing, especially for you guys here. You are on the doorstep of the Capitol, right? So this is legislative day this year, May the 1st, from 9 to 10 o'clock. You can go sign up, register, you can go there for free. The other thing too is all these meetings that I'm talking to you about, there's a big old list and I'll kind of help you with some of that. You are more than welcome to go to. If you're not a director, you can't sit up at the special tables and you can't vote on the matters, right? Only the directors can vote on the matters that's being discussed. And I have to tell you, I have ADHD. It is hard for me to sit for an hour and listen to them drone on and wordsmith something, right? But it's worth it enough for me to go through that because I do learn so much, right? And I would highly encourage you guys all too to possibly even think about getting more involved. As far as your business goes, right? I do a lot of things with probate. And when I go to send a letter to an attorney or to a judge and I get to list, I sit on the investment housing of the California Association of Realtors. I've been a past president of the Lobby Association, right? I don't even have to go to court, right? And a lot of times the judge will take what I've got there, right? Because of that. So it has been well worth my time and effort doing this. Plus, like I said, I love it. I'm a know-it-all that wants to know it all, so if you have any questions, my number's down there too. I hope that was great.
It was great. Wanting to share on everything. Thank you. You guys, on that note, we have one more thing to share with you. Gary Keller, Jason and Jay is teaching you how to share the value of you. I don't know if anybody went to the March 7th live class, but you did, but.
And actually very much worth it, and we're gonna have it like 4 sessions.
Right, it's March 26th, April 10th, April 25th. It is on our private Facebook group. You go there and just search Gary Keller, sign up. This is in lieu of the Burnett verdict. And they're teaching us how to share the value
You're
of,
right.
yes, of you, the agent. So I encourage you to go, all of you. Pardon me?
White paint?
Right.
Yeah.
Why use you when I can use Red Door or
This is
whatever?
in response to the lawsuit, because you're probably gonna, and
It is.
we're probably gonna see it from even DRE, they're gonna mandate buyer broker agreements be signed to represent a buyer.
They are.
And so you-
And they're gonna go over that.
Right, and so, yeah, so you're gonna have to show your value, not just the listing, but the buyers too, and so it's a very.
Don't miss the
important part to go.
opportunity, you guys, to
Yeah.
learn from one of the best. Taylor. What? Oh, this right here? I thought it was somebody on Zoom. Okay, you guys, the next team meeting is March 27th. Be there, be square. All right, you guys, thank you so much for everybody's time. Hi.